SquareHammer.
What is up, SquareHammers? I have set up the tables for tomorrow's WAP tournament. People should be arriving tonight, and the dice shall be flowing tomorrow. To the field! To battle. Before the battle report starts, I wanted to give some great thanks to Call to Arms Convention, Tim and Ben specifically, and Mo, for helping and allowing us to hold a Warhammer Fantasy Tournament, Warhammer's Armies Project, at this event, this convention down in Williamsburg, Virginia. Here you can see our prize support, not only from donations from myself, but we were sponsored from Noble Knight Games. Their website is nobleknight.com. We also have 3D6 Wargaming, which they provided us some awesome objective markers that I put the SquareHammer icon on. We have Shogun Miniatures, who provided some gorgeous and almost perfect movement trays and magnetized bases. They are amazing if you wanted to start a new army. They're pretty inexpensive, and they look amazing on the field after flock and all that. The Noble Knight Games, they give us a good amount of sprues. Some was like it's the Black Knight / Hexwraith sprue kit. They gave us the old GW Citadel Wood, which is incredibly hard to find now. I think they gave us like a Dark Elf Raider. Not Dark Elf, a Dark Eldar Raider. And then one of the terrain sets from the 40k Kill Team, I believe that's what that was. And last but not least, GameMat.eu gave us a really good discount, so I was able to buy 2 of their 6x4 mats for a really great price, and they shipped it over pretty quickly, so we had enough game mats to host the entire tournament. And that's a prize support onto a little Batrep. All right, SquareHammer. So tonight, Friday night, we have Peter's playing his High Elf force. Lots of cavalry in this one. A lot of elite forces. And it's playing against the CATHAY. What are they? Something of the light? What is it?
CATHAY.
Grand CATHAY.
Yin and yang.
I'm going to call them Harbingers of the Light. I have not seen CATHAY on the field yet, so this will be definitely yin and yang. Yeah, so this will be an interesting to see how they do. We got a Brass Titan, a Chariot, one of the rockets, 2 units of the elite infantry with like a BSB, a wizard, and he's got 2 units of these mortars. But these mortars are a small blast, and then a whole bunch. What'd you call the archers?
They're Hill Tribesmen.
Hill Tribesmen. Okay.
Mongolian archers.
Mongolian archers, and then 2 units of extra skirmishers out here versus an elite high elf force. But the CATHAY won first turn, so let's see how it goes. So after the CATHAY turn 1, they cast the 3d6 hits, and anything on a 6 would cause a wound with no armor save or something, but he got rid of it. He moved pretty much everything up to support. Like this flank is over here, and he shot all his skirmishers here, killed 1. All 4 mortars at the White Lions killed 6. Most of them scattered off because they were indirect. One direct hit, which did some damage. That was pretty much it for magic and shooting. But now the Elves have started. They charged the skirmishing unit that was here. He chose to flee. He fled through his unit. And then he redirected into here.
Is that panic test? That's cool.
No, because you're not unit 1, because you're skirmishers. And since you're not unit strength 10, you wouldn't do it either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is actually good that you chose 9. Yeah. But he's skirmisher, so it doesn't matter.
So I got 1 charge, no more
Oh,
charges.
let's just see if he makes a charge. He needs a 9.
7 fail.
He fails, so he goes up 6 inches.
That was scary. He's scared.
The High Elves' turn has been completed. See some High Elves go, whee! They failed a charge. I think y'all saw that. Phoenix moved up. It got like a 3, which means like +1 initiative or something.
So useful.
Now
Initiative 3.
These guys are super far up because he got walk between worlds off.
What else did you get off on the house?
Soul Quench these guys and killed them down to 2.
Soul Quench killed 7 of them, and they just moved up. And that was it for. And he shot there, did nothing, and there you go. On to CATHAY, top of 2.
Cast spells on that.
So CATHAY just did their turn, and the High Elves are actually already started. I was talking to another player for tomorrow's tournament. What happened for the CATHAY? I know he launched his rocket, killed a bunch of them here.
You want to see if these guys run?
Mortars did some things. Oh, let's see if they continue to run. Oh, they rally. You did 2 or 3 wounds to the Phoenix.
Yep.
2 left. I don't know what happened to those archers that were
Danish
just
shoot.
there.
They fleed off the table.
They bumped out.
No!
There was plenty where it could be like.
You didn't stand and shoot. Oh, you couldn't because they were out of the arc. Oh, man.
Yep.
Rough. Did you do anything magic-wise?
No, he's Book of Hoeth stopped everything.
Isn't that a piece of crap? That's a piece of crap item. I know. And looks like the High Elves doing lots of charges. Charge there. Phoenix charged over there. They moved up. Charged the chariot. Okay. And they just rallied, of course. Good beans.
There you go.
So the High Elves charge here. Killed like 10, but he's they also killed the BSB, but they're steadfast because it's totally outnumbered. The Phoenix and those Silver Helms charged chariot, killed it. One overran into them, and the other one ran over there. And
2018, nice.
that was it. Because I already said everything else for what the charges were, and now it's CATHAY's turn.
If I go like that.
So CATHAY did their thing. They finally got a spell off. They where the Swordmasters were,
Challenging.
they were at -1 weapon skill and
It's been education.
always strike last. So when this hit the charge and this charged in the side, this by itself killed the rest of them. In his shooting phase, he shot the rockets here, but he misfired, and this would have been like perfect. So that's gonna be gruesome. He shot the 2 mortars that were alive, not in combat, at the Phoenix. They both scattered off. Or actually, one misfired, I think, and exploded. Passed his panic check. This reformed this way, this reformed that way, in case this charges that. He killed the 2 mortars that were in combat, and the High Elves reformed to face the flank, potentially rear, of those guys right there.
Okay.
And he moved to block there. Any charges before I turn it off?
Stand and shoot.
I wish. That'd be so good.
Sure.
After the High Elf turn, made the charge here against the War Machine, killed it, overran into one little mortar guy just hanging out. They rallied from way back there, marched way up here. He cast, he tried to do Hand of Glory on the Silver Helms, but he dispelled it. He did get off Walk Between Worlds, which moved them up there. These Silver Helms charged the back of the Spearman unit, or Pikeman unit that was here. Since he has more than unit strength 10, he was disrupted them so they weren't steadfast and ran them down. And Phoenix flew from over there to there. And I think that's it. At the end of CATHAY turn, something interesting with the Silver Helms. He charged the general into the Silver Helms, which fled through here and popped, and landed on the other side of the ninjas that were right here. He took 2 from dangerous terrain, I think, killed 2 of them, your Silver Helms. Then he redirected here, failed, but then he charged the ninjas in because they were only an inch away. He charged them, they already made their flee move, so he makes contacts and kills the last 2. Then he charged the rear here. They killed the 1 mortar guy that was here. He charged and completely whiffed. He didn't hit the sweep, only hit with like 1 attack, and the Silver Helms passed their save, and they passed their leadership check. So that unit probably should be dead, but hey, what are you going to do? And no magic for him. Oh, he shot 20 or what? 18 shots here. Did like 4 wounds to him because he has +1 to hit, hitting on 3s and wounding on 5s, and he passed all 4 of his 5-up armor, 5-up ward. So, woo! Ooh! Ugh. High Elves.
I don't know what to do.
Quick turn. This effort still only killed 1 of these guys, and they didn't fail. Both of these 2 charged general. The general wasn't able to do a thing. And it was rough for CATHAY. CATHAY still has a chance to at least possibly kill this unit, because then they'll run through there and like die. This hopefully will actually do its thing this turn and kill them. So it's not over yet. It's not over yet. What you got, CATHAY? So CATHAY charges here, kills 2. He passes his leadership check. he failed to sweep again, killed one. They actually did a wound back to him. He lost combat, so he loses a wound. So 3 rounds of combat, he's killed 2, which is
So
crazy.
armor save.
And then he's now standing shooting versus these white lions that charged in.
And then
And see
ward
what
plus
happens.
your dodge. I lose 1, 2, 2.
Killed 2 of them.
Yeah, I probably do have enough points.
And at the end, the chariot charged or after that, all that shenanigans, they finally did a wound to the chariot, and the chariot did another wound to them, but they still won combat. He failed his leadership by 1 because he is a musician. Not failed it by 1, but failed. And then chariot runs, they catch him, and calling it here after ninjas got wiped by all that goodness. GG's.